Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. Today is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you guys like what you see in the video, please go ahead and come on in, grab a blanket and a comforting beverage and maybe a couple of snacks. We're going to get into some cards and we're going to have some fun. So, if you like what you see in the video, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I have also listed links to my social media and my website. I have also listed the decks I'm going to use in the video, as well as the timestamp for the bonus reading. All of that is in the description, so go ahead and check it out if you guys are interested. Also, I am taking private readings at this time. You know, that's optional if you like what you see and feel that there is a matter I can help you with. Please get in touch. I'm happy to do so. It's optional, it's not an obligation, so please don't feel put upon to do so if you're not comfortable or if you can't. Totally fine, I get it. As to the tarot, I am going to be doing that reading, and I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently from how I normally do, just to experiment and see what everybody likes here. So let's get started, and we'll get to the tarot after our oracle reading. So to start, I have the rabbit. Okay. I also have the full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. Okay. I have listening. And I have there is a stream of love supporting my dreams. So right off the bat, what I am hearing here is that, ironically, we have listening card. What I'm seeing here is that there's a sense of nervous energy around you right now. You've been doing a lot of scheming, a lot of scheming, a lot of planning. But I feel like you've had to be a little bit more vigilant than you normally would be about this, because you've been doing a lot of listening. You've been doing a lot of certainly listening to your heart and your intuition and what's going on with that. But you've had a lot of, again, a lot of nervous energy, and I feel like that's coming from the sense of hypervigilance. Just a lot of nervous energy, and you've been doing a lot of listening for maybe signs that you might have been in danger, or the things that you're planning for aren't going to be acceptable or accepted. I don't know. The thing is, I say that because you've wanted this very deeply. Whatever this is, you've wanted it very badly. To the point that it's become probably all that you can think about. For better, for worse, that's all you can think about. Getting to that finish line has become everything to you, and that's why I say it's, again, that hypervigilance is kind of sticking with me. You have been supported. If you haven't felt that way, you have been supported. Whatever this thing you've been working so hard towards, it's almost there. You're almost there. Okay. And I'm saying that because you have this full moon in Libra. Okay. something is going to balance out for you. Okay, you are almost there. So let's see. Let's see what our tarot has to say about it. The way I'm going to do this is that we're going to get some foundational energy, some energy for you as a person, what some options are, and a possible outcome. Okay, so we're going to start. Let's start with this. We're going to start with our foundational energy. I'm going to use this as kind of what's underneath you, basically. What's supporting you, what foundations are you standing on, and then we'll go into everything else. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Take one back here. All right. So for the start, we have the 5 of Swords. We have the King of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay. And we have the 7 of Cups. Okay. So foundationally, you have, there's some choices to make here. And I think one thing that you might be afraid of, or the thing that you might be kind of standing on right now, is a sense of disappointment. And, because of that disappointment, you're having some trouble making some decisions about what you need to do next. It's not that you're lacking for options, because remember, this character is looking like, what do I choose here? However, there's a voice in your head saying, well, this you've been here before, and somehow you've chosen wrongly. Like, what if you choose wrong? It's this chattering in your ear that you're hearing. Okay, and that's why you're having trouble. There's some chatter here. Okay. Now, because you have both the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles, I'm gonna focus on the King of Wands first here. There's some emotions with your 5 of Swords and your 7 of Cups here that you're feeling very deeply. You're feeling it intensely. Okay. And what this is saying is you have this chatter in your ear that you have to be an authority over. You have the capability of channeling the intensity of your emotions and understanding how that can fuel you. Okay, what that's going to do for you. On top of that, right now, you're being called to get grounded, to be rooted again. Okay, yeah, get grounded, get rooted again. I think we're gonna leave it there, I think. So foundationally, you have some choices to make that you are kind of stuck on, and you're feeling potentially frustrated, out of your element, and you're being called to take back your power. Okay? So for you, this energy is specifically for you. How are we going to do that? How are you being called to do that right now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. Okay. And we have the Seven of Wands. So, interestingly enough, there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot that you're going to have to take action on because you are now you're standing in a good place. Believe it or not, you are standing in a good place, but there are people outside of you that are, again, we're going to go back to that chatter. There are people outside of you that are really not liking where you are in specific. Okay. Whether that's jealousy, whether that's anger, whether that's, there's something to what you're doing that's triggering them to be mad at you, to not like what you're trying to do. And again, we're going back to the rabbit, but that hypervigilance that you've become aware and very quickly about this energy here. That might also be triggering. Remember, we talked about the King of Wands. That might be triggering the intensity of your emotions too. Remember with the King of Wands that you're an authority over that intensity. You have the ability and the capability to say, wow, I'm feeling some kind of way. Okay, let me take a step back and try and figure out what this might mean for me. Okay. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. This is happening really fast and it's confusing and it's scary. And you have a lot of information coming at you right now. I always say to pay attention. Really pay attention right now because you are in a kind of the space, the liminal space that you're occupying right now feels really strange. This isn't a settled energy, right? Wands are fire energy. So there's, again, this is where I'm getting with that intensity. Okay. I want to say throw some water on the fire to cool it down, but you know what? That's not going to help it right now. I don't really think that's going to help it. We'll see in the next card, in the next couple of cards. Right now, I want to address the Knight of Wands because you are definitely, you're definitely the kind of person to take action on your emotions, especially on the intensity of your emotions. But the problem is it's coming off impulsive. It's coming, it's impulsive action rather than thoughtful action. And this might get you into more trouble than is worth it to deal with. Okay, especially if you're dealing with a group of people that don't like what you're trying to do. Maybe it's because this action is impulsive that they're saying, hey, you watch yourself. You know what that situation is looking like, okay? You know what that situation looks like, okay? Please be careful. Do take action where you can, but try and do some thinking, okay? Try and do a little more thinking, okay? So there is the Knight of Wands, there is the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Wands, okay? Let's see what our options are. How do we temper our inner fire? Because clearly we are feeling some kind of way. Okay. Let's see some options here. Okay. Nope. Okay. All right. Our options. Okay. So option number 1, we have the Empress. So it may be that we need to channel the energy a little bit differently here, because we have, I think this might be to do with a creative pursuit in some way, or a pursuit that will allow you to grow in terms of your abundance, or the way that you are portraying yourself in the world, perhaps. Because to me, the Empress, obviously, that's an authority figure, at least to me, at least in my understanding of the term. You have a sense of authority over your personhood and how you present yourself. Okay, if you want to do what we talked about with the other portion of the reading, you have that capability. And I'm specifically thinking of the Knight of Wands in that case. But it isn't, should you? This is where I say it's probably wise to think it out a little bit. Okay. The other option that you have is to get into those emotions, get into what you're feeling. Okay, because you might not be able to, you're feeling it because, wow, it's right there, but you might not know how to name your feelings. You might not know how to be present with those feelings, because you're off in the ether. You're kind of off in you're in the stratosphere, right? You're out in space, and you don't feel like you have a good tether to what you need to be doing. Okay, this is why the King of Pentacles came up, because you have to pull yourself back down. And the only way you're going to do that is if you get into your emotions, maybe transmute some of that into a creative pursuit, or something that will help you understand what you're feeling. Okay, so those are your options. Okay, at least those could be considered options, I think. Let's see the outcome. I ideally want to get this in one card, but we're going to pull multiples to see what kind of explanation we can if we can come up with. Okay. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. All right. So the outcome of this particular reading, again, we're going to have the Empress come out again. This is definitely a good time to transmute your emotions, what you're feeling, the intensity of what you're feeling, into a creative pursuit. Okay, I definitely think maybe because we have the listening card in your oracle, I'm going to suggest potentially music might be important for you, whether it's making it, listening to it, going out and finding it live. That'll be amazing for you. I'm seeing a mosh pit. I'm seeing a mosh pit. Um, yeah, if you are so inclined, maybe finding a music festival that you really wanted to go to and putting your effort toward getting there. Um, it's, yeah, music seems to play a really important role in your life. If not any of the things I just mentioned, if you are a visual artist, if you are a performing artist, some means of creative effort is really going to help you here. Okay, I, I do want to say this has to take the form that's most comfortable for you. So if it's not anything that I've just mentioned, um, maybe it's writing, maybe it's another amazing, wonderful piece of artistic expression that you can find, by all means do that. Okay. But the point that I'm making here is that you're feeling some kind of way. You got to tap into that emotions because you're feeling really ungrounded by it, by what you're feeling. And art, artistic expression, creative expression is going to be what helps you here. Okay. Especially because you have a lot of chatter in your ear from people outside of you. And that is what's being triggered. That these people, these voices over here are what's triggering you to feel intensely and ungrounded. I hope that closure made sense. Um, let's move on to our bonus reading. Yeah, let's see what's in our bonus reading. Perhaps this is going to enhance what we just got, but let's see what goes down. Okay, so right off the bat for our oracle, we have the turtle. We have the void of course moon. Nothing will come from this situation. Okay, we have ride the wave. Okay, and we have in every moment the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting in that is that there's no point in resisting. There's no point in carrying whatever weight and whatever stress you're carrying around with you right now. Okay. There is, you have a lot on your back. Okay. And I feel like you have a lot on your back. And, if you are just coming for the bonus reading, we got the rabbit in the first portion of the reading. There's just, there's just, it's like carrying a heavy backpack. If you've been in school, if you are in school, you know what I mean by that. It's so much on your shoulders, and it puts pressure on you in places that are deeply uncomfortable. I'm going to raise my hand to that experience here. But in this case, there's no point resisting whatever this situation is, because eventually the wave is going to crash. You're on this wave right now. Eventually it's going to come to shore and you are going to land. Again, there's no point in resisting. Okay, the reason I'm saying that is because there is a chance you're supported anyway. Whatever happens in this situation, whatever situation you're resisting, you're supported. You're supported. the wave you're on is going to crash eventually. And it, you know, it might not feel comfortable when it lands. It might not feel comfortable when you finally put your feet on the sand. But it is going to reach a conclusion. Okay? And I feel confident in saying that the outcome, even though it might not be obvious right away, the outcome that you're going to get from that wave landing and you really putting your feet on the sand, basically you making landfall coming out of this wave, is going to bring you joy. Okay, because these dolphins are coming out of the water, right? And these dolphins are jumping out of the water. Okay. There's something reaching a conclusion, and there's no point in resisting that conclusion. Okay. So let's get into our tarot and see how that enhances our oracle reading here. Okay. Ooh, we have the Emperor. Okay. We have the Prince of Discs, or the Day Trader. I'm gonna say that's the equivalent to the King of Pentacles in other decks. If you know this deck, this is the Urban Tarot by Robin Scott. So if you know this differently, please let me know. Moving on, we also have the Eight of Wands. Okay, and we have the Sun. So essentially things are moving quick, and that's good. Because like I said, again, you're getting good news. You're getting good news out of the situation. So especially important not to resist that. Okay. There's so much there's so much good in this bonus reading, because you have the Emperor, pardon me. Okay. You've been able to take whatever this chaos over here is, and you've been able to make it in an order that you understand, that makes sense, that is important for you to move forward on, because you're clear with it now. You're clear, you know, like, oh yeah, I got it. I know what's going on. Okay. I know what's going on, and I know how to build what I'm looking for. Strike two, guys. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Anyway, thank you for tuning into this video. I'm sorry it wasn't as polished as I typically do, if you can say that about any of my videos. Anyway, I will be back next week with a new video, new bonus reading. In the meantime, if you want to see more from me, check out my channel, check out all my socials, get in touch if you would like a private reading, or if you just want to see where I'm at and keep in touch. Yeah, that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. I love you lots, guys. Stay safe. Bye, everybody.